Hello everyone, my name is Tara G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. As the penultimate hour of the year, Chicago Fire Season 11. Episode 21 included several revelations, including an update on Kelly Sebride. Chicago Fire Season 11. Episode 21 set up numerous storylines that will directly lead into the finale. The penultimate episode provides some big hints as to what to expect from Season 11's ending. The CPD's arrest of Carver, along with other developments, is sure to have major ramifications for the highly anticipated season finale. The previous episode set the stage for a dramatic arc involving Carver. Stella called Carver to her apartment, where Shep lingered outside after following her home. His obsession with Stella resulted in a fight between Carver and Shep. Having misread the situation, the police took Carver into custody. Aside from Carver's legal troubles, Chicago Fire Season 11. Episode 21 featured more shocking twists that will likely flow over into the finale. After Carver was released from police custody in Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 21, Internal Affairs started an investigation, which led to the character's suspension. Carver was obviously irritated by the turn of events, especially because he was just trying to protect Stella. He marched down to IAD to get a better understanding of the reason for his suspension. As Frank Silva reminded Carver, he already had a written reprimand on his file, thanks to 2 prior disorderly conduct arrests. Apparently, he had gotten into a few bar fights earlier in his life. Plus, while pleading his case to Silva, Carver revealed that he previously served as a source on an IAD case when he was a candidate. Apparently, he had risked his career to do the right thing. This goes to show that there's much about Carver's past that viewers had never been told. Thankfully, Carver had a lot of people on his side while he dealt with his recent arrest in Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 21, and Stella fought hard to help him. She felt somewhat responsible for Carver's legal troubles, so she sought out Shep to see if she could convince him to drop the charges. But once she found Shep, Stella realized that he needed her help too. Shep was in bad shape, so she called around and found a bed for him at a residential facility. By some miracle, Shep agreed to let Stella take him there. He was grateful for her guidance, so he dropped the charges against Carver, who he still believed was her boyfriend. As a result, IAD called off its investigation and lifted the suspension. Carver is now in the clear going into the Chicago Fire Season 11 finale. Chicago Fire already has a perfect love interest for Stella after Sebride. Though this was hardly a surprise at this point, Brett and Dylan are experiencing a rough patch. At the beginning of Episode 21, Brett declined Dylan's calls, causing him to show up at the firehouse to check on the issue. She claimed that she had a busy shift, but viewers knew that wasn't true. Dylan seemed to take it at face value, though, and they planned to have a date night. Unfortunately, their date didn't go so well. When Brett informed Dylan that she wanted to adopt a baby, he was supportive but very visibly thrown by her seemingly sudden interest in the idea. Dylan even ordered a double bourbon and almost chugged it once it arrived. With Casey returning for the Chicago Fire Season 11 finale, it feels like it may only be a matter of time before Brett and Dylan break up, possibly for good this time. At the beginning of the penultimate hour, Brett and Violet visited the hospital to get an update on the baby that they saved and who was later abandoned in Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 20. One of the nurses informed them that DCFS found a couple who was able to take emergency custody of the little girl. However, Brett, who had formed an attachment to the baby, wanted to ensure that she was in safe hands, so she dug deeper into the family who was fostering her. Brett later visited with DCFS, and she was reluctant to accept when they said that the baby was in safe hands. That's when the paramedic realized that she wanted to adopt the child. Unfortunately, DCFS informed Brett that would be near impossible for her to do, since the adoption application process is long and they want to find the newborn a home as soon as possible. Brett then met with the foster family, and after seeing Brett hold a baby, the foster parents tried to help her. They informed her that there was a loophole. Brett could convince Amber to reclaim custody of the baby, have her designate Brett as the child's legal guardian, and then she could later adopt the baby. So, at the end of Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 21, Brett paid a visit to Amber, but whether she can actually adopt the baby is a development that's being saved for the finale. While Severide was away at OFI training camp, Cruz filled in for his lieutenant at the training academy in Chicago Fire Season 11, Episode 21. But before he began the class, Cruz learned some shocking information about Severide. His training session ended, and he was no longer in Alabama. According to the chief of the training academy, Severide impressed the instructors at the camp so much that they asked for his help in an ATF investigation. At the end of the hour, Cruz asked Stella about Severide's whereabouts, but she was just as surprised as him when learning that her husband had left Alabama. As for the point of this twist, it's possible that the series is quietly setting up Severide's exit from the show. Alternatively, the purpose could be to explain his absence from the finale. Whatever the case may be, there's bound to be friction in Severide and Stella's marriage in the Chicago Fire Season 11 final. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and stay with us.